Alright, now, we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, which meant we had some pretty shitty family vehicles when I was a kid. And when I say shitty, I mean they looked like cars that would be ran over by a monster truck shitty. We had cars with broken windshields, they'd have more rust on them than the Titanic, because my dad loved cheap cars. The cheaper the better, no matter how shitty they are. I'd be sitting there in the passenger seat, Dad, why is our car on fire? It does that from time to time. It's just a little oil, it's fine. It's what I was used to as a kid. I remember riding in one of my friends' parents' car, and my mind was blown. I was like, whoa, you guys have air conditioning? What are you guys, from the future? But of all the shitty cars that we had, they were nothing compared to my dad's 1984 Subaru hatchback. I called it the Rusty Turd because it looked like it came from somebody's asshole, that's why. First time I seen this thing, I remember thinking, holy hell, did my dad build his own car? What, did he take the fucking lawnmower apart and make this thing in the garage? This thing was no Rolls Royce, let me tell you. It was a stick shift, but it had no third gear. But my dad didn't care. Third gear? Who the fuck needs third gear? Dad, are we even allowed to drive this thing on the road? I don't know, but we're gonna find out, goddammit. We'd be driving down the road, people would be staring at us. Mommy, look, that man's driving a car made out of garbage. Now, another thing about this car was that the passenger door liked to randomly open while you're driving down the road. So you'd be sitting there trying to roll down your window, all of a sudden, your ass goes tumbling down the highway. So my dad fixed it by keeping it held shut with a bungee cord. There we go, good as new, no problem. I'd be sitting there nervous as hell. How many seatbelts do we got in this car? I don't think I have enough seatbelts. That car was a death trap. The goddamn thing didn't even have turn signals that worked. Turn signals? Who the fuck needs turn signals? I'll just yell out my window if I have to. Hey, asshole, I'm gonna turn left up here. Can you hear me? My friends were totally afraid of our car. They'd hop in the back seat wearing helmets and shit. Is your car gonna blow up? Probably not, but have your mom sign this permission slip just in case. My dad paid $100 for this car. $100. Dad, I don't think we should drive anything that costs less than a washing machine. But he loved it. He'd brag about it to his friends and shit. Yep, bought this thing for $100. It's lasted me 2 years. That's like a $4 a month car payment. Now, the worst thing about this car was that the starter was broken. So that meant if we wanted to go somewhere, we'd have to push the car to get going, and then jump in, pop the clutch, and start the engine. That's what we'd have to do every time we wanted to go somewhere. So every day, we'd be out there pushing this car made out of garbage, like some kind of shitty two-man bobsled team. My friends would be watching us from the sidewalk. What kind of weird circus shit is this? It was pretty goddamn embarrassing, to say the least. We'd be at the grocery store, people would be staring at us and shit. Oh my god, I hope they're pushing that thing off a cliff. But after 2 years, that Subaru had enough. The transmission was destroyed, and my dad had to tie it to a tree and put it down. Well, Rusty Turd, your time is up. Time to die. And that was the end of it. But there was good news after all that. My dad scrapped that car and got even more money than he paid for it. Yeah, we're just giving you this money so we don't have to see that pile of shit on the road anymore. Have a good day.
brewstew.com.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks to everybody. Alright, now when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of wrestling. And what better way to celebrate your love for wrestling than wrestling your dumb, idiot friends in your neighborhood? I don't know if you could call it wrestling. It was more like just a bunch of 11-year-olds beating the hell out of each other. But we did the best we could. And to make matters worse, we did this in my friend David's front yard. So we were on full display in front of the whole neighborhood. There'd be people walking down the street. Oh my god, those kids are gonna hurt themselves. Oh well. But for a bunch of kids, we were actually pretty professional. I mean, we had like a referee, the cheap styrofoam championship belts you got from Kmart. Hell, we even had a boombox out there to play your entrance music. Here, put my CD in and play track 5. What the hell is this shit? What are you guys looking at? It's the only CD I have. Austin 316. Give me a hell yeah. So then once we were in the ring, or I mean the front yard, I guess, we would proceed to just beat the hell out of each other any way we could. And of course we would get hurt. I mean, hell, to this day I get back spasms because of the one time I tried to do a missile drop kick off the fence, God forbid, but it was worth it. You'd be out there trying to imitate your favorite wrestler. Mine, of course, was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Not this Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know who the hell this is. I'm talking this one, the old one. The Dwayne "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking" Johnson. I'd be out there saying one-liners left and right. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Just bring it, you jabroni.
There'd be people like walking their dog and shit.
Why's that 65-pound white kid keep calling himself The Rock?
I have no idea. And what the fuck is a jabroni? Now, of course, if you're a wrestler, you have to have your very own finishing move. And my finishing move was called the crippler crossface. And how you do the crippler crossface is, you yank back on somebody's head really hard until they tap out, or you snap their neck and you cripple them for life. Hence the name, the crippler crossface. And there was nobody I liked doing that move to more than my next door neighbor, Michael. Because Michael was a dirty fighter. He would trip you and shit, spit on your face while you're down. He didn't care. So he deserved every crippler crossface that he got. I'd be down there talking shit to him while I'm doing it. I'm the Brahma Bull, bitch. I'm the Brahma Bull. So then you let him go and the match is over, but Michael's all butthurt still, so he kicks you in the balls.
That's my fucking finishing move. How you like that? Winner and champion. Give me a hell yeah.
Now, like I said, we would always wrestle in David's front yard. But there was one time in particular, we decided to wrestle in this restaurant's parking lot that was across the street. Now, why would we wrestle in a busy parking lot? Well, because we're dumbass 11-year-olds, that's why. And dumbass 11-year-olds do dumbass things like wrestle in a busy parking lot. So we have this street match, if you will, and it's between David and Michael. Now, you had to watch out for David, because David would do this really cool finishing move where he'd take your legs and then bend you backwards until your asshole touched the back of your head. It did not feel good, and I did not want to be a part of it whatsoever. So they start going at it, and since Michael's such a wuss, David's got him on the ground in about 30 seconds.
Hey, have they met before? What? Has who met before? Your asshole and the back of your head. Allow me to introduce the two.
So there we are, in the middle of this restaurant parking lot. Michael's bent in half. He's crying like he got shot by a fucking rifle. Of course, some guy in his car sees us and he's like, what the hell is this kindergarten fight club bullshit? Hey, leave that kid in the Scottie Pippen jersey alone before I call the cops.
We're not doing anything. I was just trying to introduce one body part to another, that's all.
I'm all pissed off, like, God damn it, there's a styrofoam championship belt on the line. Mind your own business, you jabroni. Jabroni? I'm part German and Dutch Irish. I don't have a drop of jabroni blood in me. God damn it, I'm calling the cops.
No, there's no need to. See, look, he's all right. He's fine. How you like them apples, huh? Winner and still champion. I am still the champion, the champion, the champion.
brewstew.com.
All right, now a lot of you guys know that I live next door to a kid named Michael. And a lot of you guys know that I really didn't like going over his house that much. And that was for a couple of reasons. For one, his stepdad was a dick, and he would never let us eat or drink anything in the house. What do you think, I'm feeding the whole neighborhood? I don't work 23 hours a week at a goddamn Home Depot, so you can sit around and drink all our Mountain Cooler Capri Suns. And for two, they had this big-ass Rottweiler named Nathan. Now, who the hell names a Rottweiler Nathan to begin with? That's a people's name. You could confuse the shit out of somebody if you're not careful. They'd be ordering a pizza on the phone and shit. Yeah, I need a large stuffed crust with pepperoni on it. Oh, god damn it, Nathan, stop licking your asshole. That's a bad Nathan. You lick your asshole on your own time.
Oh, sick. Dude, I think this guy's son's licking his own asshole.
Really? Wow, what a dirty little bastard. Now, this dog was big as hell. He was massive. If he was on a Pokemon card, you bet your ass he'd have 120 HP at least. He'd be strolling around the house looking for something to bench press, looking like a goddamn bodybuilder.
Hey, you guys want to rub baby oil on me and watch me flex in the mirror?
He was a big dog, but he was a nice dog, and he was super friendly to everybody. Everybody except for me, that is. I don't know what it was, but as soon as I walked into Michael's house, Nathan would be like,
Who the hell's this punky Brewster-looking bastard?
Michael, I don't think your dog likes me too much.
Well, what makes you say that?
I don't know. No reason in particular, I guess. So needless to say, Nathan wasn't my biggest fan. And frankly, I wasn't the biggest fan of Nathan either. I mean, the dog's got eyebrows, for Christ's sake. How you gonna trust a dog that has eyebrows? So I did my best to keep my distance from Michael's house, as well as Nathan the Rottweiler. But on one particular day, I had to go over Michael's house. And that was because he rented the movie Rush Hour on VHS. And if you were 9 years old in the late 90s like I was, your ass loved Rush Hour on VHS. So we're sitting on the living room floor. We're all excited and shit. Even the dog's over there pumped up like,
Oh yeah, Rush Hour. That's what I'm talking about.
So we start watching this movie, and we got this big-ass bowl of popcorn in front of us. Oh, is that my Orville Redenbacher that you're eating? God damn it, there you go, feeding the whole goddamn neighborhood again. And everything's going great until Michael spills some popcorn on the floor. That's when Nathan comes over, and he's like,
Oh, is that floor popcorn? Floor popcorn's my favorite.
and he starts eating the popcorn off the floor. So Michael tries to stop the dog from eating the popcorn by slapping him on the ass.
Stop eating that popcorn, Nathan.
And right when that happened, Nathan looks up at me like I was the one that slapped him in the ass.
Did this punky Brewster bastard just slap me in my ass in my own house?
This dog comes flying at me like a goddamn ninja turtle. I turn around and try to run, but the dog chomps down on my left ass cheek. I start screaming and shit. Bad Nathan! Bad Nathan!
Nathan, don't you bite me in my ass! Take your teeth out of my ass cheek!
Wow, he really is a dirty little bastard, isn't he? So I'm scuttling over to the front door. Nathan's still teeth deep in my left ass cheek. Meanwhile, Michael and his stepdad are still watching Rush Hour without a goddamn care in the world.
Hey, do you think you could beat up Jackie Chan?
Hell yeah, I can beat up Jackie Chan. I work at Home Depot. I can do anything. I'm trying to open the door over here, and that's when Nathan decides to bite me in the back of the head. So at this point, I'm like, oh, okay, this is it. This is how I'm gonna die. Via a fucking Rottweiler. How fantastic. Somehow I get free, and I run out of Michael's house like the goddamn building's on fire. The back of my head's bleeding, as well as my ass cheek. I walk into my house looking like I just stormed the beaches of Normandy and shit. What the hell happened to you? Somebody kick your ass? It kinda looks that way, doesn't it? I got mauled in the back of my head, and then Nathan bit me in the ass cheek. Nathan bit you in the ass cheek? What kind of fucking friends are you hanging out with? Like 2 hours go by, and Michael comes over to my house.
Dude, what the hell happened?
Well, your dog attacked me because he thought I was trying to sexually assault him. That's what the hell happened, Michael.
You didn't even get to see the end of Rush Hour.
Yes, I know that, Michael, and that's the worst goddamn part. I'm never coming over your house again. Not as long as you got that goddamn dinosaur dog. And that's the story of how I became a cat person. Now, you'd think that to this day, I would be super paranoid of Rottweilers, since, you know, one of them did try to kill me in my friend's living room. And you would be correct in that assumption. But the thing is my wife is a big dog person. And she pretty much told me, oh, to hell with your traumatic childhood experience. We're gonna get a dog. And it's gonna be a big-ass Rottweiler. So there he is. Look at him, looking all ferocious, ready to rip my face off. Look at those eyebrows. You can't trust those eyebrows. Now, of course, we had to name this dog when we got him. And I could only think of one name that would be appropriate. And that name, of course, is not fucking Nathan. Are you serious? You really think I'd name a dog that? No. His name is Otis. Something more appropriate. Because who the fuck would name a dog Nathan?
Brewstew.com